Bill Ingram for HOOPSWORLD TV here with Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets. And Ty, talk about the challenge, for you getting ready, sort of a hurried process after the lockout. But how ready do you feel you guys are to start the season here?
I feel like we're ahead of the curve. So we've been gelling a lot in practice. We had a ton of practice. George Carr liked to practice, and I feel like we're ready for the year. I feel like we're gonna have a good showing and surprise a lot of people.
Now, Andre Miller comes back to this team. You haven't played with him, but he was a big part of this team before. How can he help you take your game to the next level?
Probably just from court vision, because in practice he's finding the lobs, he's finding all the easy passes. He's a good player, great player, and he always finds open man. So that's the one thing I'm taking from his game and trying to put in mind, just looking at the court, looking at lobs and things like that, and just perfecting my game.
And when we think about the Denver Nuggets, it's a team that still very much, there's an identity to be claimed after Carmelo was traded, and you're one of the guys that people are looking at. What have you brought to elevate your game a little bit this season?
I've just been working on my shooting and ball handling, just being more of a leader. Those are things that I wanted to work on, and that's why I went overseas to work on my pick and roll game. So, hopefully it's worked out. I know I've gotten better over the last couple of months. So, I got a lot to show people and a lot to prove.
Now, Coach has talked about that you don't need a superstar to win. Maybe you need one to be a contender, but he also kind of indicated to me earlier that there may be a couple in this locker room, and your name came up as someone who could be. Can you see yourself becoming one of the real, identifying pieces of this team?
From working hard, I'm going to let other people, put that label on me. I'm not going to put it on myself, but, just from working hard, a lot of these players in the locker room are good. You really don't need one superstar or two superstars to win a championship when you have a bunch of great players. Because from Gallo to Nene to Aaron, everybody's been working hard and expanding their game. So I feel like you really don't need a superstar if you have 5 players that nobody knows who's going to go off that night. It's tough to defend that too.
How important was it to get Nene and Aaron Afalo back on this team for this year?
It was huge, especially Nene, because he was our big man. He was starting big man for many of years, and if we didn't get him back, it'd probably been a tough year. And also for Aaron, he's been working on his game, expanding, dribbling the ball, doing more things off the dribble. So to get him back, it's huge for us.
Finally, versatility looks like sort of the defining characteristic of this team. You guys have so much talent at every position. Where do you handicap the team? Is this a home court advantage team? Where do you see the Nuggets fitting into the Western Conference this year?
I say both, because I feel like we can wear teams out. We have about 10 players, 11 players that can really go, probably can play anywhere on any team. So, we got a lot of players that can just wear people out. So that's why we play fast, so we can get the subs in. And most teams can't go as deep as we can. So that's our advantage, and that's what we're going to try to use for most of the season, especially with the 66 games. Everything's going to be condensed. So, if we have throwing 12, 10 players at you, and the other team has 8, have their 3 superstars, 2 superstars, and 6 other role players that really play. It's going to be tough for them to beat us.
So now I got to ask, North Carolina, everybody's got an eye on that, looking at getting ready for next year's draft. Harrison Barnes, what do you think about him?
Oh, he's a good player. He's been expanding his game, knocking down the J. He stayed 1 year so he can improve and win the championship. We smacked Texas, beat them by like a dub, so and I think Harrison had about 20 and 12 or something, so. I know. We'll kill y'all too, though. I'm taking all bets, man. Anybody here, I'm taking all bets. Missouri, too. Nah, we're going to win the chip this year, though.